So this is a quick demo of something I call Phlash. I think I'm going to call it Phlash with a PH. Now some of you probably remember Phlash, Adobe Phlash with an F, or depending on how old you are, Macromedia Phlash. Because the more I work with this, the more it kind of reminds me of Adobe Phlash because of the use of a timeline. Basically what it is, it's like an API. It lets your web document, an HTML web page, talk to an audio timeline. And the audio timeline kind of talks to the web document. I'll just real quick, if we have a sample page, and I've seen this on articles, you can click a button and it'll speak out the text, usually in an AI voice. So that's basically what we're going to do here. We have a pricing table for a product. I thought this would be a good use for showing how this works. I'll hit the button right here.
This is the free tier. It's a great way to get started. Our most popular license is single user.
So it goes through
cost. Working on a team? The cost-effective.
The audio, and as the audio is playing, I've set up time codes to turn on and off certain elements. What you might be saying to yourself is, there's probably a lot of complicated JavaScript involved in turning on and off those elements in the web page. Well, not really. I'll just show you real quick what's going on in the document. So these are my three sections here. I'm going to hit play again. You can see
business license is your best option.
in my debugger,
the
the classes
It's a great way to get started. Our most popular
are
license
turning
is
on
single
and off.
user.
So when you see
Get
the
started at no
highlighted
cost.
yellow
Working on a
elements,
team?
that's when the
cost-effective
document
business
is
license is your
changing.
best
So
option.
I'm really just adding and
This is the
removing
free tier.
classes
It's a great way to get started.
based on
Our most popular
the
license
time
is
codes.
single.
So you can see as the document goes, or as the audio timeline plays, it is turning on and off various elements, and I'm just doing it through data attributes. If you look at the first section, it turns on at 0.3 seconds, ends at 3.8 seconds, and so on. And now let's take a look. I'm actually hiding the player right now. Oh, and I am using the PLYR player. I guess that's how you pronounce it. JavaScript library for styling the HTML5 audio element. You can use this with just regular HTML5 audio, but I really like the way you can fully design and recolor the HTML5 audio player with PLYR.js. So I just set it to display none. I'll do display block here. Now you can see my timeline.
This
I'll
is
hit
the free
play.
tier. It's a great way.
And you can set up buttons
started.
to play.
Our most popular license is single user.
So you can see as timeline goes on, it is activating various elements on the page. And kind of a cool thing, let's say you have a really, really long page. Wouldn't it be nice to scroll to those
The
elements?
cost-effective business license is your best option. This is the free tier. It's a great way to get started.
It's automatically
Our most popular license is
scrolling
single user.
to
Get
the
started
active
at no
elements,
cost.
which is
Working
just
on a team?
a class
The cost-effective
that I
business
add
license is your best
scroll
option.
to. If I want it to
This is the free tier. It's a great
scroll
way to
to
get
that
started.
element, I just add the class scroll to. Otherwise, it won't scroll to that element. And that is the most basic usage of the API. But there's more that we can do. If we look back at my HTML, so on my second price column, we have a data attribute body class. I'm going to call that dark. Now, I've already set up some dark styles for this document. Also, my third one, I'm going to call that blue. Again, I've already set up some styles, but what it does during these same time codes, it's targeting the body of the document and adding a certain class so you can tap into maybe some of your other styles if you have them, dark mode or whatever. So let's see what happens when I play with these data body classes on.
This is the free tier. It's a great way to get started. Our most popular license is single user.
Dark
Get
mode.
started at no cost. Working on a team?
Blue
The
mode.
cost-effective business license is your best option.
So I'm going to stop the player right there. So I'm basically just tapping into my dark and blue modes of my site just with one little data attribute, which is cool because we really have not written any JavaScript yet. We're just using the data attributes. And I guess like the last one additional thing you can use the API with, you can set up, you remember in Phlash, like go to and play, you can set up a little action script for go to and play to a certain frame. Basically, it's the same thing, kind of borrowing that from Adobe Flash. So my text here, it's talking about the single user license. I can click this. It will, also using just a simple data attribute, it will jump the timeline to a certain time code. I'll click it now.
Our most popular license is single user.
And that goes into the time code that is already using the dark mode body class, which is, I just called it dark. A couple more examples or templates of this script. I was thinking of doing another one that's just a basic article, a scrolling article with voiceover, and then one that's like more of a podcast. So maybe your podcast, and podcasts can be very long, and you probably don't want to animate every second of it, but maybe you just have a beginning, middle, and an end. So you got like maybe 3 images instead of just that one piece of cover art. So you can have 3 images associated with the timeline, and then some kind of interface to jump to certain chapters of the audio timeline.